IVM.
Do you follow me on Instagram? If not, you should. My handle is Positivity Angel. And the reason why I'm asking you to do so is because what I'm going to talk to you about today in this episode is something that I have been talking about on my Instagram. A few days ago, I even shared a life hack for it. We all have bad habits, different bad habits. But in recent times, all of us seem to have one bad habit in common. Yes, almost all of us do this. At least every single person that I know does this. When we meet somebody after a long time, or even when we meet each other after a few days, casually for coffee, or we're at each other's place, or whatever the reason, what do we ask right after we have said, "Hey, how you doing?" or "Hey, long time"? What is that question or statement that we make? "Wow, you're looking thin. What have you been doing?" Or then, "You've put on weight now." What is this need that we have to talk about each other's weight when we see each other? Hi, I'm Chetna. I'm a positive action coach, and this is Say No to Drama. In this episode, I'm calling all of us out on this extremely bad habit that we have, a habit that is so deeply embedded in us that despite having the presence of mind, we are not able to stop ourselves from commenting on each other's weight and the way we look, not in what we are wearing and not in a way to compliment each other, but either to judge somebody because they've put on weight, or then to compare ourselves to them because they seem to have lost so much weight or then are now looking way better than we are. At what point did weight become such a big issue? What is it? Is it because at home we were told that if you are not thin, you are not good enough? That if you are fat, it's not a good thing and you will not be loved? Or what will the world say if you don't have a six-pack? Why is it? Have you wondered? Have you wondered why when we step into a room and look at somebody after a long time, someone that we like, someone that we even love, we feel the need to comment on their weight or how they look? So what if somebody has put on weight? Sure, you're seeing them after a long time, but so what if they've put on weight? What's the big deal? So what if somebody has lost weight? Why are you comparing yourselves to them? And even if you are comparing yourselves to them, do you have to ask them how they did it? Do you really think there is a quick fix for it? Do you think they found a magic wand that you haven't discovered yet? Let me tell you, the magic wand is hard work. The magic wand is being willing. The magic wand is following a healthy meal plan. The magic wand is spending money on a nutritionist, on a wellness coach, on a personal trainer, and making full use of that investment. Or then sometimes what seems like a magic wand is actually just bad investment that's going to cause heavy losses in the future. What am I talking about? I'm talking about crash diets. I'm talking about unhealthy ways of losing weight. Before I share that life hack that can help us all change this habit, or rather replace this habit with a better one, let me just tell you some truths. It doesn't matter whether you are fat or thin. You are loved. Your parents may tease you. Your siblings may tease you. Your friends may have teased you. But at the end of the day, you are loved. They do love you, irrespective of whether you are fat or thin, overweight or then underweight. You will find love. Please don't listen to those aunties in your family who say, "Oh my God, if you look like this, who is going to fall in love with you?" Or, "How will we ever find you a right match?" Or, "Acha rishta kaise milega?" Because in my world, all my friends who the world would describe as fat or chubby or overweight are happily married. Yes, they found love, they are married, they have a family. I was the skinny one, I'm still single, and I'm happily single. So fat or thin doesn't have much to do with it. People who have a little more mass on them. And then there are people out there who like their partners to be a certain shape and size. Think about what you like. Are you somebody who likes fit people? Why do you like somebody who's fit? Is that because the world has told you, your family has told you, society has told you that that's a good match? Or is it something that you really like? Do you want somebody who's really fit and hot and sexy so that you are approved by the world? You're validated? You fit in? You know, a long time ago, a very, very close friend of mine said something to me. when she met the man that she is married to right now. She told me, I think I have a thing for men who aren't good looking. I mean, imagine who would admit that. And honestly, if I look back at all her boyfriends, they weren't the best looking guys around. Most of them were extremely average, and some of them, according to society's norms, weren't good looking at all. And then I have another friend who was told all her life by many different people, including some at a singles club, that she could not find the kind of person she was looking for because she was overweight, because she would have to adjust. Well, let me tell you this, she is happily married today to somebody who, when she met him, was a really fit person. We thought he'd change her habits. Well, something very different happened and now we laugh about it. All this obsession about weight, all this obsession to look a certain way, to fit in, it's all because you are seeking approval from society. It's because you have been told that if you don't look a certain way, you will not get certain things in your life. Well, in today's episode, I want to tell you this. That is not true. Irrespective of how you look, you will find the love that you want, and you are already loved. And if you still don't believe what I'm saying, you just need to look at the industry of pornography. There are takers for all shapes and sizes, literally. And while you mull over these truths, here's the life hack. The next time that you meet somebody, have the presence of mind to compliment them on something that they're wearing rather than commenting on their weight. And option number 2, instead of telling them that they've lost weight or that they've gained weight and it's looking good on them or it's not looking good on them, why don't you just tell them that they look happy and that looks good on them? I mean, imagine if somebody greeted you by saying, hey, how's it going? You're looking happy. What's happening in your life? How would that make you feel? You might want to rewind that part and listen to me say that again to you. And when you listen to it again, observe how my words make you feel. Hey, how's it going? You look like a lot of fun things are happening in your life. What did that sound like to you? The better option is to compliment somebody on what they're wearing, or then look at them and see the happiness that is reflecting on them. Or then, when you look at them, talk about the happiness that is reflecting in their faces. We all know what we are up to. We all follow each other on Instagram. This is somebody that you follow on Instagram. You know what's happening in their life. Instead of commenting on their weight, you might want to talk to them about something that they posted on Instagram. Hey, look, I just gave you a better way of using social media. To everyone who is listening to this episode, let's make a pact. No more commenting on each other's weight. Not even to compliment somebody when they have lost weight. Not even to ask them for that magic pill that they supposedly took. If you are going to compliment somebody for the weight that they have lost, compliment the hard work that they have put in. Compliment the effort that they have made. Don't ask them for a magic pill or a shortcut method. Don't ask them questions because you're trying to convince yourself that, oh, even I can do this if I just know exactly what shortcut she took or he took. And on that note, here's another reminder. Go follow me on Instagram. My handle is Positivity Angel. I'm always sharing life hacks and truth bombs on my stories on Instagram. And I also have a series of 12 videos called Speak Listen, which is all about changing the way we speak, which is all about listening to how we speak and changing our words to change our life. On that note, guys, as always, if you want to listen to the previous episodes, and there are over 200, my podcast used to be called Positively Unlimited. It is now called Say No to Drama, and all the episodes are available on the IVM Podcast app and website. You can connect with us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle is IBM Podcasts. Oh, and before I head out, let me give you a heads up. The next episode is called Narcissists and Gold Diggers. I don't think I need to explain to you what it's going to be about. Remember to tune in then.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are zero charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into A Show About Crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM Podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. In the kickoff episode of Think Fast, our hosts Varun Dugirala and Suchita Salwan give you their hot takes on all things trending. Whether it's the Paytm IPO fallout, Taylor Swift's re-releases, or the latest season of Shark Tank India, do check it out. On Misconduct, Raghavi and Nisha take us through the story of Santokh bin Jadeja, aka the godmother of Porbandar. At her peak in the 80s and 90s, her gang had over 500 registered criminal cases. Are social networks just content moderating platforms, or are they true blue publishers? Dive deeper into this debate with Siddharth on Smarter with Sid. On Marathi Khidkitun, Dr. Rajiv and Manik Deshmukh talk about differently abled people who emerged as achievers. And speaking of Varun Dugirala, this week on Advertising is Dead, he is joined by content creator and gamer myth Path. They discuss his journey as a creator and the experience that came from it. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, do remember that many of our shows are available on YouTube. You can check that out by going to our website, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where we have a list of all of our various YouTube channels. Finally, we'd like to thank the sponsors on the network this week: Cred, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Mutual Fund, CoinSwitch, Kuber, Intel, and Oxfam India. Thank you so much for making this possible.